In a bustling city where life moved fast and dreams were often buried under noise, there lived a young boy named Ryan. He was 17 years old, full of ambition, but there was one thing that always held him back. He struggled to remember anything important. Whether it was a math formula, a history date, a poem, or even a simple list of tasks, everything seemed to slip away from his mind like sand between his fingers. Ryan wasn't lazy. In fact, he tried hard. But no matter how many times he read his notes, by the next day, the knowledge vanished. Teachers would say, "Ryan, you need to focus more," and classmates would laugh when he forgot the answers in front of everyone. His parents worried, his teachers gave up hope, and Ryan began to doubt himself. One cold evening, after failing another test, Ryan sat alone on a park bench, his head down. He whispered to himself, "Why can't I just remember things like everyone else?" As he sat there, a gentle voice spoke from behind him. "Memory is not a gift, young man. It's a skill." Ryan turned around to see an old man with bright, intelligent eyes and a warm smile. He wore a simple brown coat and carried a small notebook in his hand. The old man sat beside him and said, "You're trying to memorize the world the wrong way." Ryan frowned. "What do you mean?" The old man chuckled softly. "Your brain is like a garden. If you throw seeds on the ground without care, they'll blow away with the wind. But if you plant them carefully, water them daily, and give them sunlight, they'll grow into strong trees. Knowledge is the same. You must plant it the right way." The old man introduced himself as Mr. Elric, a retired teacher known for helping struggling students. He offered to teach Ryan the art of remembering everything. Ryan hesitated at first, but something about the man's calm voice gave him hope. "All right," Ryan said, "teach me." The next day, they met at the park again. Mr. Elric handed Ryan a small notebook and said, "Step 1, pay attention. You can't remember what you never noticed in the first place." Ryan nodded. To practice, Mr. Elric showed him a picture full of random objects: a red apple, a broken watch, a feather, a key, and a candle. "Look at this for 30 seconds, he said. After time passed, he closed the picture and asked Ryan to recall what he saw. Ryan struggled, remembering only 2 objects. Mr. Elric smiled. "Your eyes were open, but your mind was wandering. Tomorrow, we'll try again." Each day, Ryan trained with Mr. Elric. He learned to focus fully on what he was seeing or hearing. He learned not just to look, but to observe, not just to hear, but to listen. Soon, he was able to recall every single detail of the picture. The second step Mr. Elric taught him was association. "Your brain remembers stories better than numbers," he explained. "If you want to remember something, connect it to something meaningful." He gave Ryan a list of 10 random words. "Now, make a story that connects them all." At first, Ryan laughed. It seemed silly. But when he tried it, he was surprised. The next day, he remembered all 10 words without even trying. The third step was repetition. "If you plant a seed and walk away, it will die," Mr. Elric said. "Reviewing strengthens your memory." Ryan began to review his notes after class, then again at night, and once more the next morning. To his surprise, what once felt impossible became easier. The fourth step was visualization. Ryan practiced turning words into vivid mental images. If he needed to remember mountain, he imagined standing on the peak of a tall mountain, feeling the cold wind on his face. If it was a date or formula, he built an image around it. The stronger the image, the easier it stuck in his mind. The fifth step was teach what you learn. "When you explain something to someone else," Mr. Elric said, "you're teaching your brain twice." Ryan began helping classmates who struggled. He explained formulas, stories, and concepts in his own words. To his surprise, the more he taught others, the more his own memory sharpened. Months passed. Ryan transformed from the boy who forgot everything to the student everyone asked for help. His teachers were amazed. His parents were proud. He scored top marks in subjects that once made him cry. But the real victory wasn't just his grades. It was the confidence he gained. He no longer feared exams or presentations. He trusted his mind. One day, his teacher asked him to give a speech in front of the whole school. Ryan stood on the stage with no paper in hand, only the story he had built in his mind. He spoke with strength, recalled every line perfectly, and received a standing ovation. After the event, he ran to the park to tell Mr. Elric. But the bench was empty. Only the old man's notebook was lying there with a note inside. It read, "You've learned the secret. Memory is not a gift. It's a garden. Plant it with focus, water it with repetition, and let it grow with stories." Now, teach others as I taught you. Ryan felt a warmth in his chest. From that day forward, he became known as the memory coach of his school. He helped many students like him who once believed they were just forgetful. He taught them the same 5 steps: focus, association, repetition, visualization, and teaching. Years later, Ryan became a memory trainer, helping people around the world. When journalists asked him, "How did you learn to remember everything?" he would smile and reply, "I didn't. I learned how to build my memory. Nothing in life is magic. Everything is a skill." Ryan often visited that park bench, remembering the kind old man who changed his life. And every time he taught someone, he whispered the same words Mr. Elric had told him. "Your mind is a garden. What you plant and how you care for it will shape your future." Morale of the story: a powerful memory isn't a gift. It's built through focus, smart techniques, and consistent practice. If you train your brain the right way, you can remember anything.